teen stars and their partners.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're sashaying away from the ballroom to unpack all the spins, dips, and drama that have kept this season of Dancing with the Stars in the spotlight.
It was of benefit to you guys that I haven't been here for a few days.
You've been saying other things.
Before the music starts, before a single sequin hit the floor, Dancing with the Stars was already serving plenty of behind-the-scenes drama. Apparently, producers had their eyes on NFL coach Bill Belichick's girlfriend Jordon Hudson and thought they'd hit the jackpot if she signed on. But negotiations turned into a ballroom tango of their own. Jordon didn't want her storyline to revolve around being Bill Belichick's girlfriend, which, fair. But she reportedly also wanted control over her dance partner, rehearsal schedule, and time off to cheer on her men at games. Derek Hough wouldn't name names, but admitted that if she'd stayed, things could have gotten, quote, a little messy. In the end, talks fizzled, and with premiere week looming, producers scrambled. Enter Fifth Harmony's Lauren Jauregui, their last-minute savior. But the drama didn't stop once the cast was finalized. Word is, this season's energy just feels off. Some celebs apparently underestimated the rehearsal schedules and commitment required, leaving their pro partners, quote, demoralized and feeling like they'd been set up to fail.
Everybody's talking about the new sound funny, but it's still rock and roll to me.
That tension's trickling beyond partnerships, too. Longtime pros are reportedly annoyed that they're being eclipsed by newer, younger dancers. Reportedly, some are even ready to hang up their Dancing with the Stars shoes if things don't change. And if that weren't enough, even the troupe is feeling the heat. Stephanie Sosa and her brother Ezra shared that she'd been dropped from the lineup not long after Haley Bills, Jenna Johnson's niece, was added.
And Haley.
I cannot wait to see what they are going to do for us this season.
If the name sounds familiar, it's because Haley, like Riley Arnold, once danced on Dancing with the Stars Juniors with Trip Johnston, Bristol Palin's son. We're already in a spin, and no one's even danced a single step yet. Partners and problems. If there's one thing Dancing with the Stars can always count on, it's a good old-fashioned dose of favoritism drama. This season, all eyes are on Mark Ballas and Whitney Leavitt, with fans convinced they're getting special treatment.
I'm just doing my best here. I like when it comes to like the music stuff, I know there's questions about edits and things like that. We all have the same opportunity to do that. I've also been studying music production for a long time. And I just kind of like very specific about certain songs.
The whispers started thanks to Mark's reputation on the show and only got louder after some claimed the pair's song choices were a little too perfect.
It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude. It's the way you view. So it's very true to be very, very popular like me.
Word is, even some pros have quietly taken their concerns to the producers. But they're not the only duo under pressure. Jenna Johnson reportedly had a tough go with her partner Corey Feldman, who vanished from rehearsals for 5 days right after his Good Morning America debut. Jenna later clarified that he had prior commitments, but apparently it wasn't exactly smooth sailing when he did show up.
The cha-cha is very technical. The footwork can be very intimidating. No. That's why I'm a little worried.
Still, the two have kept things friendly, at least in public. Meanwhile, Jenna's husband, Val, is said to be feeling a little deflated with his own partner, Alex Earl. Sure, they make a good team, but insiders say he'd rather have a partner like Danielle Fishel, who has fully thrown herself into the whole experience. Another pro who might be feeling slighted this season is Gleb Savchenko.
The couple going home is Hilaria and Gleb.
At first, it probably seemed like he'd struck gold getting paired with Hilaria Baldwin, but that excitement didn't last long. Between her ballroom background and her controversial reputation, fans weren't here for her. And if that weren't enough, rumor has it that both Hilaria and her husband, Alec Baldwin, made things, quote, difficult behind the scenes. Eliminations and surprising saves. Speaking of Hilaria, she and Gleb were sent packing after their Week 4 Star Wars-themed quickstep, and let's just say she did not take it lightly.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry already. Stop it.
I got you.
To open your heart up to something that you closed off is vulnerable.
Baldwin later claimed her exit followed weeks of online harassment, blaming, quote, mean girls for, quote, drowning out her fan base. Reportedly, she went full Darth Vader backstage, furious with everyone, including her husband, even pointing fingers at his friends for not voting.
Any chance we could see whatever you guys had planned for next week with Alec, maybe pop up online or something? Will it see the light of day?
Oh, a little too late. A little too late with the votes. A little too late, okay?
And Hilaria wasn't alone in her frustration. Corey Feldman was reportedly just as upset, even seemingly storming off set while the rest of the cast gathered post-show. As for shock eliminations, we're still reeling from losing Lauren Jauregui and Brandon Armstrong, and Scott Hoying and Riley Arnold. Come on, TikTok night had no place in the ballroom, and having Lauren sent home after dancing to her own song Work From Home just added insult to injury. Her reaction was honestly iconic.
How are you feeling? Pissed.
And Scott's exit felt equally abrupt. Although, with Pentatonix's Christmas in the City tour kicking off on November 8th, some viewers can't help but raise an eyebrow over the timing of it all.
Riley is my favorite person ever. I had so much fun and learned so much. And it's Wicked Night. That's a perfect way to go.
Who would have guessed Andy Richter would be one of this season's biggest surprises?
Guys, I made it.
He might not be the smoothest on the dance floor, but he's clearly mastered the art of winning hearts. Sure, it stings to see technically stronger dancers sent home, but isn't he what the show is meant to be about? Watching a total newbie improve even just a smidge every week and fall in love with the craft? Injuries and sicknesses. Even pros can't dodge sickness or injury, so celebs definitely don't stand a chance. This season alone, Danielle Fishel danced through a torn hamstring, joking it'd take a, quote, stretcher to drag her off the floor.
I am pushing through the pain.
Sell it.
It's a double elimination.
Reach.
And I am not going to let this injury stop me from dancing another week.
During rehearsals, poor Dylan Efron took an elbow to the nose but powered through, joking that it's not like he needs it to dance anyway. Jen Affleck and Jan Ravnik shared more than just choreography when she accidentally gave her partner the flu.
Can I give you a big hug?
No, thanks.
During Halloween night, viewers were shocked to learn Elaine Hendrix had been hospitalized after a rib injury from an earlier run-through.
Elaine Hendrix and Alan Burston are not here. She suffered an injury in rehearsal this morning. Right now, she's at the hospital being assessed.
Their scores were based on rehearsal footage, but elimination wasn't off the table. Fortunately, they weren't eliminated, and the prognosis was just a few days of rest before returning to the dance floor.
I'm not dancing today, I'm not dancing tomorrow, we'll be back at it Friday, and I'm just getting ready to be in that ballroom next Tuesday.
Max Unfiltered. Even during his Dancing with the Stars days, Maksim Chmerkovskiy was never one to bite his tongue. And that certainly hasn't changed.
With all due respect, this is my show. I helped make it what it is.
While he's not the only former pro to controversially weigh in on season 34, Max has definitely been the loudest. On the Penthouse with PETA podcast, he and his wife, fellow pro PETA Murgatroyd, discussed Jan Ravnik's casting. And let's just say there was no beating around the bush here.
I'm sorry, Jan has absolutely no business being a pro on Dancing with the Stars. There's zero foundation, technique, quality, understanding of the partnership.
Ravnik, who's best known for dancing backup for Taylor Swift, doesn't have a ballroom background, but his name alone likely brought in a wider audience. PETA played it diplomatically, but Max bluntly said someone without ballroom experience has no business being a pro.
It's not Jan's fault. He walked in like, you know what, let's make light of this.
Ravnik didn't fire back directly, but he did take a sly swipe at, quote, people who are trying to stay relevant. He's not the only one to catch Max's side eye either. Riley Arnold's teaching style has also been a recent target.
I believe that Scott was under-trained and under-rehearsed. And that's what that dance looked like. Whoever it came from. But, again, maybe Riley's still young. She's still learning. She's still taking on responsibilities where she can put her foot down and say, this is what we have to do. I don't know.
Still, Ravnik seemed to take it all in stride, and Max has since apologized. Ironically, he and his partner, Jen Affleck, were eliminated after performing to Swift's Look What You Made Me Do. Make of that what you will. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Everything else under the mirror ball. You might think there's nothing left to unpack, yet this season has already spilled more tea than a tea house caught in a storm. And we haven't even talked about Whitney Leavitt and Mark Ballas' giveaway drama.
We actually can't do a giveaway for the Dancing with the Stars live show.
This has come directly from ABC and BBC and is completely out of our hands.
They'd planned to send 2 fans on an all-expenses-paid trip to LA for the Halloween show, but ABC and the BBC shut it down fast, leaving them scrambling to figure out what to do next. Then there's Carrie Ann Inaba, who's been under the microscope for years.
You might not be hitting every movement perfectly yet, but it's that charisma that just like, yes, mine, don't look away, I'm selling it, you sold it, I bought it, yes, ka-ching.
Fans point to inconsistencies in her scoring and critiques, and maybe being a little kinder to the guys than the women. That seemed to amplify when Kim Johnson-Herjavec returned as a guest judge, with many saying her feedback felt sharper and more thoughtful.
Occasionally the hand just goes around Alan's back, so you want to give your arms to him and make sure that the thumb and your index finger is on the tricep, and that will give that nice space that you
Gorgeous,
need.
all right.
Pasha Pashkov did not hide his frustration over her comments on his choreography for Danielle Fishel, though he admitted judges usually get the rough end of the stick when audiences don't like what they hear.
We did have a quick step and we had a jive this week. These are 2 dances that are very similar.
Honestly, at this point, the competition feels less like a race for the mirror ball and more like an assault course.
Points. Who will it be? Who are these judges going to eliminate next? Looks like they're eliminating.
Do you think all this extra noise has helped or hindered your viewing experience? Let us know in the comments.